How to get approved for your new apartment despite poor credit. My name is Ken, and more than likely you are having issues getting approved for an apartment, and that's because of poor credit and eviction, collections, medical bills, student loans, credit card debt, repossession. Something is stopping you from getting approved, and you're asking yourself, can this program help me? Can this program actually get me approved for an apartment? Well, I'm going to go over exactly what we do, how we're able to help, who we help, and all of the questions that you may have. I have done my best to address them here. So let's go. Who are we? Well, first, my name is Ken. I'm the co-founder of Fresh Start, along with my wife, Ali. Some of you guys may know us already or have seen us on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube or something like that. We started this company 4 years ago. And this is after working 8 years in property management. So we've been in property management for right now over 10 years now. And the reason we started this company is because we wanted to help prevent homelessness due to a surge of evictions after COVID-19. Some of you guys remember when COVID-19 happened, it was hundreds of thousands of people evicted from their homes. And as we know, working in property management, when you have an eviction, when you have a broken lease, it is nearly impossible to move forward in your housing journey without getting that handled. So we decided to create a program to help people because I myself was in that situation. And with the information and knowledge that I have obtained in property management, understanding the laws, rules, and just being able to navigate through this myself and get myself approved, we felt that we needed to pay it forward to help other people. So that's why we started this program. And since then, we have over 300 verified approvals. These are all people that we helped get approved in the past 3 years. All right, so how did we even come up with this? How did we even find out how to get people approved? Well, like I said at the beginning of the video, we've been in property management over 8 years. And in being in property management, we have learned the data points that the properties look for when they are looking to approve someone. We know the system. We know what softwares they use to approve people. We know the different discrimination tactics that they use to deny people. We've learned and analyzed these things over the course of 8 years. And with that understanding and knowledge, we were able to come up with a 3-step framework to help people get approved despite those things within the frame of the law. So these are all legal things that you're able to do and we're able to do to get people approved. And that's how we figured this out. Now, what are the qualifications? This is one of the most important parts. Qualifications. Well, of course, you have to have verifiable income. All right. So this isn't like one of those sketchy type programs that you see on TikTok or somebody saying they can get you approved in some type of a weird way where you don't even have to have income. No, you have to have verifiable income. We are not in the business of getting people approved for places that they cannot afford to live. That really doesn't do anyone any favors, because if you don't have stable income and you get approved for an apartment, then for one, you're more than likely going to get evicted again. It doesn't help you. It doesn't help the property because we don't want to ruin our relationships with the properties either. And ultimately, if we do that, then it makes it harder for us to get other people approved. So verifiable income is a must, and you must meet the income requirements of the property that you wish to apply for. No felonies. All right. So unfortunately, we cannot help you if you are a felon. Our program is strictly for credit blemishes. If you have a felony or you have some type of criminal background, we can't personally guarantee that you'll get approved. So we just don't accept you. Another thing is you need to have at least 2 weeks to move. Anything less than 2 weeks, we recommend that you contact your public housing authority for emergency housing assistance, because if you need to move in a couple of days, then that's just a level up from what we're looking to do. We're helping people who are a little bit more prepared, have a little more time, because of course this is a process. Essentially what we're doing is performing a miracle. So we can't control the time frame that it happens in. We've gotten people approved in a wide range of time frames, but anything less than 2 weeks, we just don't want to put that type of pressure on our staff. And you may be better suited just looking for something more immediate. And then once you have that situation handled, where you're going to live, and you have at least 30 days, I would say, honestly, but no less than 2 weeks, then you can revisit, we can get you approved. So how long does the process take? Well, typically for us, we do see approvals for qualified applicants anywhere between 3 and 7 days. That's the average. Now, that doesn't mean you'll be approved in 3 to 7 days, but it is what we typically see. We've gotten people approved in 1 day. Some people it's taken upwards to 30 plus days. It really depends on a lot of different factors. We'll go over all of that on your consultation call, but just for reference, our typical approvals are 3 to 7 days for qualified applicants. So how can we help you get approved? Again, not only are we leveraging our knowledge of the approval process, From our property management experience, we're also allowing you to use our credit index instead of your own. Okay. So it's going to be where we cover your credit and allow you to use our business credit so that you can pass most credit screenings. What that's going to do is it's going to make it so that you can pass, again, most credit screenings, but that doesn't ensure an approval. Right? It just means you'll pass a credit screening. Again, you still have to meet the income requirements and still have to pass a criminal background check. But as long as you can do those things, then 9 times out of 10, you'll be looking at an approval. All right. We also leverage our relationships with the property management firms we've worked with in the past, helping over 300, it's probably closer to 400 now, people get approved in the past 3 years. We have built personal relationships with some of the major property management firms across the United States. We know their systems, we know them very well, and we have access to hundreds, if not thousands, of apartments in every city covering all 50 states. So we go through that database to find properties that will give you the highest chance of approval. So that's how we're able to get so many people approved, which leads us to our success rate. Right now, we have over a 90% success rate. That means 9 out of 10 times, if you meet our qualifications, you will get an approval. And I would say it's almost closer to 100%. I mean, if you have the qualifications, I'm not saying you'll get approved on your first try, of course, but if you meet the qualifications, then we're your best chance of getting an approval. It's very rare that we have people who have the income, no criminal background, and we don't get them approved at some point. But we have well over 90% approval rates. We have over 300 approvals and counting. We have a 4.8 star reviews on Google and 5 stars on Sotellus. And here's the evidence of that. So if you see these are Google reviews, we can't make these type of reviews up. So if anybody's like, oh, you made them up. No, these are Google reviews. That means it has to be from someone's actual personal Google email, Google account that they leave these reviews. So these are people that we've helped. 4.8 stars. We only have one negative review in the past 3 years of us working in this industry. And if you were to read the review, you'd understand why it would be negative. It was someone who wasn't honest about their situation, and we actually did get them approved. They just didn't have the money or the stability to go through with the approval, wanted the refund, all kinds of stuff. But that's the only negative review we have across the entire internet. We have hundreds of reviews, hundreds of 5-star testimonials. And here's just some of the things that people are saying about our company and our program. I posted a TikTok video. Some of you guys may have seen me on TikTok. And I just asked people, hey, if we've helped you, can you tell people about us? And Nikki said, I don't have enough space to say what I'd like. Basically, I submitted and was approved in less than 72 hours and in my new place on 3/5/25. God-fearing and so reassuring from start to finish. Thank you. And I take pride in this comment because we are God-fearing people. At the end of the day, we started this to, help people. And we believe that by serving others, then God's going to bless us in return. Everybody's not qualified for this program. Everybody doesn't need to get this second chance, if you understand what I'm saying. But there are people, if we feel that you meet the qualifications, we would love to be able to help you. And again, she was approved in 72 hours. It doesn't take that long if you meet all the requirements. Victoria, this was 6 months ago. She said, company is amazing. I was able to get into my apartment within a few days. I couldn't be happier. 5 stars. Ali was absolutely brilliant the entire time. This works. If you need help getting into an apartment, check it out. You won't be disappointed. Thanks, Victoria. Ali, that's my wife. She's absolutely amazing. I mean, she does most of the approvals. And I would just say this girl has helped over 400 people get approved. You don't have a better chance than if you work with Ali. So we appreciate that, Victoria. Joey, Fresh Start is worth every penny. I was recently looking for an apartment and kept getting denied. I didn't know where to look. I reached out to Fresh Start and was contacted immediately. Ali was such a pleasure to work with. She helped me get approved within a few days, and the process was very simple. I can't thank them enough for my new apartment. We appreciate it. As you guys can keep seeing, the theme is we can get you approved. And also, it doesn't take that long as long as you meet the requirements. Okay, and then we have Sabella. Listen, they are 100% worth it. They got me approved and are truly a blessing. I'm forever grateful for them. With all the scams out there, and there are plenty of those, I can guarantee you they are not one of them. And that's absolutely true. Thank you so much for your kind words, and I appreciate that, Sabella. So I can do this all day. We don't sell our program. We don't. The clients that go through our program tell people about it. And that's the way we like it. We never convince anybody to enroll in our program. We don't have to. Just imagine the type of life change. There's people that we've gotten approved 3-4 years ago that send us pictures of their family at their house because they're so grateful. And they're like, if it had not been for you guys, I wouldn't be able to have this. With that being said, our program, I truly feel that it is an absolute blessing. So how much does it cost? Depending on what video you saw, you may already know the price for the program, but there's 2 payment options. for our program. You can pay it in full, okay? And that's $5,800, okay? $5,800 for our program. If you want to pay it out in full, it'll cover you for a 12 to 15 month lease. Some people may say, man, $5,800, that's a lot of money. Depending on your financial situation, that may be true. However, we do have people that actually pay the full amount upfront at once. And I would say to anybody who's saying that that's a lot of money to really consider what we're doing here. If you have an eviction or a broken lease or medical bills or something that's going to get you what we call in property management an automatic denial reason. And what's an automatic denial reason? It's when they run your credit and it doesn't matter what a property manager says, you're going to be automatically denied based on the software, the third-party credit screening service. If you're in that category, you're going to be denied everywhere. The only places that you'll not be denied would be hotels, motels, or maybe some type of slumlord situation. But in either of those cases, you don't want to live there most likely. If you're going to be in a hotel, you're going to be spending $4,000, maybe $5,000 a month just to live. And if you're with a slumlord, then just imagine the type of conditions that you're going to live in. So $5,800 to be able to avoid that is absolutely amazing and a great deal. But with that being said, we understand that everybody doesn't have $5,800 set aside and just ready to move. So with that being said, we have a payment plan option. Let's go over that. Now, keep in mind, this payment plan is subject to change. We've never actually had it this low ever. If you know anything about our program, typically it's $2,000 just to get started. Okay. But for the time being, we have actually reduced that significantly to help more people. And just don't make us regret it, please. So anyway, the payment plan for our program is $750 deposit to start, and then $750 within 2 hours of an approval. Okay. So that's $750 to get started. When you pay your initial $750, then that's when we start the entire process. You'll submit your income documents, your ID, we'll go over that. We'll go over properties with you. Of course, you'll sign your contract and we'll start the application process. And within 3 to 7 days, we should have an approval, or we should definitely know where we are. Then at that point, within 2 hours of that welcome letter, within 2 hours of us receiving the welcome letter, your second $750 will be due at that time. Okay. And the reason it has to be due at that time is because we only have 24 hours to respond to a welcome letter before they cancel your application. So I would say you want to have at least that money ready to go when we start, because let's say we get you approved in 1 day, then that second $750 will be due. Now, after that, once you've moved into your property, your bi-weekly payments of $185, that's when that will start. So you'll be paying $185 every 2 weeks on the 1st and on the 15th. And that's going to be for your lease term. And again, this payment plan is subject to change. I don't know how long we're going to do this. This is the lowest we've ever done it. And there's so many reasons why we don't go this low. I mean, typically we found a sweet spot of people having a certain amount of money and making a certain amount of money to where we don't have repeat evictors, people who get evicted again through the program, or people who are unable to pay their rent or their monthly fees. But if you're seeing this at this price, I would definitely take advantage of this. Now, this is one of the best parts about our program. We have an absolutely amazing referral program. This is why we don't do a lot of marketing. We don't run ads. We barely promote the company because we have so many people that are referred to our program that we don't necessarily have to do that. And we prefer referrals over new people because, for one, referrals, they already know how the program works. There's not a bunch of skepticism and a bunch of weird, I wonder if this, we don't really have to deal with that because you're referred by someone who was or is a client. Also, we like referrals because we want to make sure that we're helping people who are trustworthy. And if we've got someone approved, they're paying their rent, then most likely they're going to refer somebody who is also trustworthy. So if you are able to get into our program, our referral program is awesome. For one referral, if you refer one person to our program, you get $350. Think about it. How difficult will it be to refer somebody to a program that helped you get approved for an apartment despite your credit? Anybody that hears about this would want to enroll into the program, which is why our referral program is so great. And you can easily make $350 just by solving someone's very, very tough problem. Well, let's say you want to take it a step further. Let's say you want to actually turn this into a second source of income. Then you can look at it like a job. And if you would refer 2 people in 1 month, that's $700. How many people would like to make an additional $700 just for referring 2 people? Well, let's take it a step further. If you refer 4 people in a month, you get $1,700. Guys, 4 people in a month. And we don't run a lot of marketing. So you can essentially do what we do Let's say you refer 5 people in a month, $2,200. Let's say you're the type of person that's like, hey, I'm gonna post on Facebook. I'm gonna reach out to family members. I'm gonna tell people and who I know that's in property management. If you have anybody that got denied, reach out to me. I can help them get approved. I'm gonna look at this like a business, like an opportunity, like a job. Well, if you refer 10 people in 1 month, you get $6,000. And it's very, very possible. Because again, we're not doing a lot of marketing. We have a TikTok page, we have our website, and we have so many testimonials, we can't count them all. You can use all of that information. All you have to do is to get people to contact us. We basically close them because, well, we're their best chance of getting approved. So if you just find people that need this, you can make a lot of money in a referral program. So your enrollment fee could be paid for in a month just from referring other people to our program. And I'm sure you probably know somebody. So ask us about our referral training. We have training where we actually help people refer people to our program. And there's people who make thousands of dollars just through our referral program. And we train them on everything that they need to know so that they can get as many referrals as possible. So on your call, make sure you ask about this referral training so you can take advantage of that. All right, so what's our refund policy? Okay, if you are denied 3 times from our pre-approved list, remember I told you we have a database that we use to get you approved for places that give you the highest chance of approval. Well, if you're denied 3 times, and this is for reasons other than criminal background and other than income, you are eligible for a refund, minus application and processing fees. So if we can't get you approved, it's not your fault. We don't keep your money. We're not in this to hurt people who are in a situation that already is tough. So we do have a refund policy. We'll go over that more in depth on your call when we go over the contract. But yeah, it's not much risk other than the application and processing fees. But again, that's why we don't accept everybody, because we want to make sure that we have the highest chance of getting you approved. All right. So what can you expect on your call? The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over your application and we're going to ask you some more qualifying questions to make sure that you meet our qualifications to get approved. So we're going to go over your income. We're going to go over the city you're looking to move. We're going to go over pretty much everything that we went over in this video just to make sure that you meet our qualifications. It'll take about 10 to 15 minutes. And then if we're like, okay, perfect, you meet the qualifications, at that time, we'll accept you into the program and you'll submit your initial enrollment payment. If you're paying in full, it'll be $5,800. If you're paying on a payment plan, at the time of this recording, it'll be $750. Not sure what it will be later, but right now it'll be $750 that you'll pay to get started. All right. Once you make that payment, then we're going to go over the contract. You're going to sign your contract. And then at that point, we'll begin the application process. All right. So you'll be submitting your income, your identification documents. We'll be selecting a property together within your price range and desired area that you would love to move and call home. And then we take it from there. Once we submit your application, we typically hear something back from leasing in about 3 days, and we'll keep you updated every step of the way until you're approved. Now, last thing, we only accept 15 applicants a month. Obviously, we could accept more people if we were just in this trying to make a lot of money, but the way our program works, we don't need to accept everybody. We don't want to accept everybody. We can't help everybody. With that being said, we're only taking on 15 people. That's a sweet spot that we found that we can guarantee that they'll get the attention that they need and support that they need to get approved. So that just means that it's first come, first serve. Once we get 15, we cut off applications until the next month. It also means that we're selective and we can decide to work with you and decide not to. We have the right to deny anybody. There's been people that we said yes to, and within 15 minutes of the process, we gave them their money back and said, you know what, actually, we prefer not to work with you. And when you have a great company and you have so many referrals, you don't need to accept everybody. And that's just how our program is. So we only accept 15 people a month. If you are able to enroll in our program, count it a blessing. But other than that, if you are on this call and you're ready to move forward, just make sure you don't miss your appointment. If you do miss your appointment, we most likely won't reschedule you because, again, we have hundreds of applications a month. If you miss your appointment or you're late on your appointment, that shows us kind of how the relationship may go. I'm the kind of guy who's like, things typically end the way that they start. So if you're not dependable or to be on time for your application or you miss your application, then most likely we'll have problems with you in the program. So we just won't reschedule you. So make sure you show up and make sure you have your initial enrollment fee ready to go if we do accept you. And once we get you in our program, we pretty much take it from there. Make it real easy. It's 100% transparent. That's all. If you have any other questions, we'll be happy to answer those on the call. And we look forward to helping you move. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.